Yeah.
I'm back at it. I'm back at it. I'm back at it. Dog, I'm back at it. Watch this. It's been a long time now. Your boy smooth back and at it. Watch my name painted here, y'all. You won't need an ass for serving game. The homies in the hood. In the price for ass. Ain't a different story. Cause they both coming rapping plastic. Yeah, I'm pushing music. Why you in the hood directing traffic? Music like the back in the 80s. Watch it spread draft and keep it.
What up, though? OG Kenny, O_G_Kenny, at Retired from the Streets TV. So I'm sitting up and I'm going over like memories, right? That I've had, like experiences I had when I was incarcerated, period. Like like most of my stories up to this point, still covering like my first term of incarceration, right? When I just touched the yard, I really don't know nothing about the penal system. I really don't know how it operate, how it worked, right? I'm getting acclimated to how people with different belief systems operate and work, different walks of life, different sexual orientations, right? And to me, at the time, being naive to just life, period, I assumed the majority of dudes were heterosexual. You understand what I'm saying? Especially in prison, I'm thinking these hard bodies, these dudes, I'm not considering nobody else do crime besides heterosexual men, alpha men. You understand what I'm saying? So my thing is this, right? When I get to the point where I'm really experiencing stuff and I'm exposed to different, listen, the first time I seen a booty bandit, like we call them, right? I was in prison. The first time I experienced like extreme violence face to face when it came to hand or forged weapons, something a dude that set up there and made, of course, was in prison. Like I ain't never seen nobody just get at somebody with an ink pen that they done took and melted several thousand times and shaved and then made them a little spear out that boy, stabbing and do all in his back of his head and whatnot, right? So you're talking about extreme violence, extreme homosexuality at a different level, right? I see it out here in the streets, like how flamboyant it's gotten over the years. But I'm talking about in there, it's so different, right? So think about this. I got this dude. It's my little bunkie. Well, I ain't gonna say bunkie. We're in the same unit, right? And we around the same age. I call him little because he's shorter than me, but he probably was older than me. This dude, and it's nothing against my Flint dude. Shout out to all my Flint dudes. He's a Flint dude, right? And let's just say, for the sake of this, his name was DK. I think it was something like that. It was DK or Deco or something, right? And he was always playing and joking with the slip game. Now, the slip game is when you talk about a dude on a sexual level and you joke. It's a big controversy online. They was talking about how Hot Boy Turk from the old Cash Money crew, Cash Money Records, was talking about how all dudes played gay jokes, right? And it's kind of true. Like I slip my homies all the time. You put on something too tight, I'm like, damn, you thick as hell, bro. It ain't nothing gay. Bro, no, I ain't trying to get at him. He know it ain't a gay bone in my body. Nothing against gay dudes. But what I'm saying is, it's a slip game. That's how you slip dudes, right? Motherfuckers say, you say, hey, old boy them was looking for you. Who? Who is old boy them? These nuts, right? You feel me? So come on now. Or dog, still looking for you, bro. He hard up about that. Who? This dick, right? So you get what I'm saying? This dude was notorious for the slip game, and then to the point like dudes would go so far with the slip game as to where they would get like what you call it, like aggressive almost, right? You feel what I'm saying? Aggressive on the level of like you think about this, a guy coming up on you like, I'm about to you know what I mean, what you want to do then? You done slipped him like, man, this dick, nigga, this, that booty, this booty, you know what I mean, or whatever, and then he get up in your face and he getting real close to you. He was aggressive like that when it came to the slip game. You understand what I'm saying? To where it make you uncomfortable. So I already knew that the tone was set for him to be one of them ass smacking type dudes or to play like that, right? Because a lot of dudes do that too. Smack a dude in the ass, grab a dude's ass, good game, right? All this type of shit. Now, that wasn't my thing. Like, don't put your hands on me, bro. We can slip and talk shit all day. You start playing, I think you testing my temperature, and we going to fight. I'm going to lock in the sock your ass. I'm going to lock on the belt your ass. I'm going to go upside your head with about 40 soaps in the sock. You understand what I'm saying? It's not going to happen to you because we ain't playing that. We don't play like that. You know what I mean? Keep that weird slip. It's all in fun and games. It's all in good humor. It's all in having a thick skin and not letting shit really get to you and get under your skin, because that's kind of what it is. It's a test. If you can take these jokes and not be ass sore, pause about it, you understand what I'm saying? Then you got a good chance that we might fuck with you, and you know it ain't like a rites of passage, but it is. So with Deco, he used to always be. He had a flunky, right? This tall ass, pale. So you know how like on them Western movies, like a guy be exposed to the sun real bad, and so the melanoma kick in where he got the splotch, like the white dudes when you know how you get like skin cancer, right? The splotches and whatnot kick in from being exposed to the sun. He had that type of skin, like ashy lips sometimes. Like I don't know if he had a skin condition, like extreme eczema or something like that, but he was flaky a little bit with the skin. You know, he was flaking and shit. You know what I mean? So this dude was tall, skinny as hell, no ass. Not to say he supposed to have no ass, but I'm talking about his ass sunk in. It looked sickly. That's what I'm saying, right? And then, you know, bones, red hair and whatnot. And he had this like stringy ass. So he looked like an old has-been ass, washed up flunky for a Western movie. This was this dude flunky. His little homie, you know, whatever you want to call him in the joint. Like, do this for me, do that for me. I'm going to look out for you and whatnot, right? So they was always like, you know, like he was always putting him in the headlock and shit and playing with him and shit and laughing like, man, it's your dumb ass. And Blood like, come on, man, don't do me like that. Stop playing. So I think he was scared of him. And he was basically like, man, I'm going to stay up under this dude because at least with him, I get some form of protection, right? And you know, that's like real big in there, especially, and it's sad to say, it's a, like, don't get me wrong, my white boys that I know toe shit up, right? But a lot of times it's the white dudes who, you know, in those positions, and it's a black dude who taking him up under his wing, acting like he protecting him, but he really making him a flunky. Do this, do that, hold this dope, sit on this spud juice, right? And then sometimes it's a sexual situation where you my flunky, but I'm also fucking you. You know what I mean? I'm also hitting that butt here and there. You know what I mean? So at Lakeland, right? At Lakeland Correctional, in Coldwater, Michigan, when you go in the unit, right, you can go in and you can bust either to the left where all the single bed, side by side with a desk, a bed, a desk, a bed, a desk, a bed. And it's like 3 rows of that. And then at the back wall, it's the bunks. And I explained that before in the previous story about Mr. Green, the booty bandit, and about the only booty bandit that ever made me real kind of nervous and shook a little bit about Skinny Black. We was all in that facility. Actually, Mr. Green was at the end of those bunks, and Skinny Black was on the other side on the 3rd row in the middle of those, right? I was at the very end, last cube, right? So I'm painting a picture. You go in the unit, you either bust left and go into those little bed areas, or you bust right, and they had like honor dorm type things, right? Honor dorm kind of was like, you had a 2-man room, a 4-man room, and an 8-man room. But it was more secluded and private than being out in the open with 50, 60 guys. Because we talking about beds, roll inside, and then back to back 2 rows, and then that back situation where the cubes was at, where there's 4 bunks in each one. Now, Deco ended up, I guess, getting it hooked up where he got this dude, and the dude's name was Rodeo. That's what I remember now. That's why the cowboy connotation came in at, because the dude prison name at least was Rodeo, right? So the irony of that is weird, because you got to think this dude was doing everything for this dude, washing the dishes, cooking the food and whatnot, going and like collecting debt for him and all this and whatnot, right? And they knew dude like wasn't soft. Dude was he was a hitter. He was stabbing shit, he was knocking niggas out. He was a stocky, little short, little fat kind of stocky dude. Cool as hell. We joked all the time. And if he found out that you was like kind of soft, he'd exploit that, you know what I mean? But if you stood your ground and you was solid, he saw that you was consistent with your solid stance and all that, he was like, you cool. And that's how it is in prison. You come in there, motherfucker gonna check you out and test you, especially if they ask you what you about and you say you about this. Don't say you about nothing you ain't about. Because if you ain't about it, it's gonna get exposed. And once it get exposed, it's gonna get exploited. You understand what I'm saying? So one particular day, we done heard Deco in the room that slapped this man rodeo before. Slapped the shit out of him a couple of times. You hear him in there arguing and shit. We like, stall him out, Debo. Stall him out, Debo. You know, we'll fuck with him and whatnot. But we telling him stall him out. You know what I mean? This was like a thing where off and on, you would hear a little violent rants and little spazzes in that room, right? So it was not unusual to walk past and hear some tum 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 tum. Like, nigga, what I told you. You old up, you been gambling, you been eating good. You better do what I say do, right? So, I'm like, this is like domestic almost, right? This is punk. This is what we thinking now at this point. Like, this is punk. Maybe he ain't hitting him in the butt, but he might be eating the pickle. You understand what I'm saying? He might have him in there off the cold salami sandwich. You feel me? So my thing was like, we young dudes, right? We still kind of goofy. We done committed crimes and whatnot, but all of us still early 20s. You understand what I'm saying? Me, my dude Chuck Baker, who I shouted out before, and the Skinny Black Story, and a few more young dudes. My man BX. I talked to BX. We called him Big Youngin back then. Big Youngin. All of us, we all in the same unit. We listening, trying to hear something. So one day, you in that. Listen. Let me explain something. You know sex when you hear it. You know the sound of sex when you hear it, right? So my whole thing is I don't want to assume nothing because in life, and especially in prison, it's a tag you can put on a person about being a snitch, about being a homosexual. You know what I mean? Them two things right there that you can't never, come back from when they put them tags on you, and it's come from a confirmed source, right? And just imagine, had I just ran like, hey, dog in there hitting no boy in the butt. They looked at me as a confirmed source because at that time, I had already achieved my dignitary status. I had already got my rank on the yard. I'm already officially a part of an organization that's notorious for being solid, founded, but if you violate, they're notorious for taking care of that as well, right? So I'm already in rank and order. Second in charge of security, and I'm the treasurer, so I'm the bag man for us, right? Now, you think about this. If I give out false information, that'll have a ripple effect through the whole yard, right? So I want to be confirmed in this. So we hearing all this commotion in there, and it's like, you hearing all type of pops and smacks and shit. I'm like, hold on, man. Is he in there beating the shit out of this man, choking him out? Is he in there smacking him? Because it sounded like sex or a gay tussle. To be real, you understand what I'm saying? Hit the door, boom, boom, stall him out, Debo. You know what I mean? Because we ain't no boundaries now. We all fucking with each other. We sleep with each other. It's like he comes shaking our bed when we sleep. So it's like one of them things, right? Whatever. We fucking with you, nigga. Boom, stall him out, Debo. Man, listen. I promise you, we down the hall still joking and whatnot. This man come out the little room. I think there was an 8-man room, maybe a 4-man. Might have been 8-man, right? Anyway, he come out that bad boy. He come down the hall. This dude's sweating like he been doing calisthenics in a sauna. You understand what I'm saying? Profusely. Rain on me. You understand me? Sweating, and then you see him do like this, right? To his pants. Just wipe his hand. Now, like like in Michigan, we get blues, right? Prison blues. If you keep them for long enough, you got a favorite pair, they're comfortable, you keep washing them, they ain't as dark blue as they used to be. They're in a medium blue range, right? So if you get a stain on them, a grease stain, anything, it's going to show up. Boy, wipe his hands on his pants. It make you look because you see that the blue got dark in areas. It looked like grease. Then in between the knuckles and on top, you see Vaseline, grease, whatever. This is immediate. Because as soon as he do that, he come out. He got that little look on his face. Like, yeah, I just beat the fuck out this nigga. And I just beat his ass. I just won. Yeah, he trapped me and I put him on his back. He got that look on his face. But then it don't account for, I don't know if he was grabbing his hair and it was like grease. You know, that could happen too. A lot of them boys, and them white boys, that ponytail, they had gel and greased that boy up more than the female. You know, for that slick pony, that motorcycle look. You feel me? That dirty look. So we don't know until he come down to us and we like, damn, Debo, stall him out. You in there fucking him up again? He tell me, yeah, up his ass. I just fucked the shit out that white boy. We laughing like, man, stop playing. He talking about shit. He talking about shit. And then he just walked off. Talking about, I just fucked the shit out that white boy in there. You hear me? Then it stared at us for a minute like, and I'm looking at this fool like, he done lost his mind. I'm like, this nigga crazy. Because he got that look now. I call it the zombie look. Like if a dude about to switch up and change on you, and he turn into a zombie, he's not the man you used to know. You understand? He got to go. So I'm like, dawg, he on some other shit. Now, when we see dude, this about maybe rodeo. We see rodeo probably about maybe 15 minutes to half hour later. Guess what he hitting? The shower. Wobbly walk. You hear me? Like, damn, like somebody really just banked him up or fucked him in his ass. Excuse my language, I'm getting a little vulgar, but it's an explicit, but I'm just letting you know. This is the first time I ever experienced anything close to prison sex. You know what I'm saying? It's a weird interaction with me with a dude. I've been kind of, and I done told y'all before, my homie Pretty My Rail, you know, man, the man who loved men or whatever. The maniac who loved men, that episode. So I know it's happening on the yard, and I'm not kind of surprised because I'm understanding now that you got to watch who around you in these environments, right? This is my first time, though, experiencing something like that. Like, damn, all these is first times for me, but this is like, damn, this man just openly admitted to having anal sex with another man. Like, it was cool. He just said it out his mouth like it was cool. Like, yeah, like I just came and dropped that paper off and took care of my daughter and got her hair done. That's how he said it. I just fucked the shit out that white boy. I never forget that. Because it rung in my head for years. Like, wow. Because it never, to me, no matter how desensitized to it I became in there, I never got used to it. You understand what I'm saying? It wasn't nothing. I was always still shocked. Like, damn. That's deep. I thought, you know, you would think that people outgrow that or they get old or something. I don't know. Maybe I'm weird for thinking that. But, man, that was my first time. This dude, Deco, shout out to my Flint homies. Ain't nothing against y'all. Because most of the 99% of the dudes I met from the Flint town, it's been solid dudes. Go-getting, hard-body dudes. You feel what I'm saying? So, it ain't that. But it's just like, this was just different, man. I know what nobody claiming this dude. You know what I mean? And as a matter of fact, I'm going to say something. It was just a couple of dudes who said, like, yeah, he was whooping in the street or whatever a little bit, but he wasn't, you know. So it wasn't like he was a loss. You understand what I'm saying? Anywho, man, I love y'all. I thank y'all for vibing with me, man, and listening to these crazy-ass stories I done lived. I'm going to see y'all tomorrow, man. I'm shooting out to Florida with my daughter this weekend, so I'm going to probably drop a couple of episodes while I'm down there or just bring some footage back. But either way, I'm going to be in contact with y'all, letting y'all know how this Orlando trip is. My third time on the plane, second time to Florida. First time was Miami 2 years ago. Then I shot Vegas this year early. Third trip, y'all wish me well. I'm going to be in touch before then, but I love y'all. Talk to y'all soon. OG Kenny, O_G_Kenny, advertised from the streets TV. I'm out. Thanks for tuning in. Subscribe, like, comment, share. You feel me? Notification bell. I'm out.